Hey guys, Ken here from the Retro Toy Escapades channel in Malaysia. Today's video is part 2 of my review of the new Transformers 40th Anniversary Walmart exclusive Optimus Prime animation recolor action figure. Do watch the first part to this video if you have not already. As I've shared there, I'm very happy with the new cartoon colors applied to the robot mode. I think the execution turned out great. Okay, so maybe I would have preferred the eyes to remain yellow instead of blue, but it's not a deal breaker. But what could be a deal breaker in this set though is Prime's trailer. Now the trailer has certainly been a controversial talking point. I've seen a lot of the fan feedback online as well expressing their dissatisfaction on various matters regarding the trailer, and that's what we're going to talk about here in this video, and that's why the video is titled Trailer Trash Talk. Okay, but look, on first impressions, the trailer actually looks quite nice. Now this thing also has a bit of heft to it. The quality of the original mold was solid, not the brittle plastic that a lot of the modern day figures appear to be stuck with. And when you lift it up, you actually do feel that you're paying for some good toy materials. Now the key difference here from the original is that they have printed the entire stripe design with the Autobot logo on it. Alright, now on the original mold, this whole section here on the sides was a giant pair of stickers. But this time around, you don't have to stick anything. Everything is printed on. Everything looks great. However, you do have the issue of these visible screws. Okay, now these are pretty glaring. Okay, why are these screws here? Nobody knows, right? On this side, you've got 2 of them. And then when you turn it over to the other side, you get 1 visible screw. Now, all of these screws just make for a freaking ugly presentation. Okay, there's no reason why these things have to be there, right? However, I mean, I suppose you could make the compromise that this thing is a robot. Okay, these are robotic parts, and you would expect to maybe see some screws, pistons, stuff like that, stuff holding things together, just present. Okay, but I just have to say that those screws right there, those look really ugly. They're out of place. They break from the visual presentation of the trailer. So I just wish that there was some way they could do this thing without that thing being present. But okay, it's there, fair enough. But then we get into the actual trailer itself, all right? And this is where everything just goes out the window, all right? When I opened up this thing, okay, for the first time, I have to tell you, I just felt this immense cloud of depression fall over me, all right? When I saw the insides of this thing, the first thing I asked myself was, is there anything else that's supposed to be in there? Because this thing just looks freaking bare, all right? Look at this thing, okay? How can you present a trailer to me that has all these empty sections here? And of course, if you had the G1 original, you know that that thing was just decked out with stickers. All of these stickers make the inside of the trailer look like a massive technological hub. If you told me that this was a headquarters, a rolling HQ for the Autobots, I'd believe you, right? But when it comes to this animation, recolored version, it just looks like, man, the inside of a container crate that's headed off to the Congo or something like that. I can't recall if Prime's trailer had a lot of computer consoles and things like that in the actual cartoon, but I expected printed details of at least a monitor or 2 to be inside here. Leaving it bare like this just feels like a cheap and easy way of not doing anything. Okay, it's time to check out the trailer's special features. Raise up the combat deck to a straightened up position so that it forms the turret. This is the first step in transforming the trailer to battle station mode. Now this section here can be raised to form the satellite, or maybe it's a solar panel or an antenna, which is it? The mechanical arm has a claw hand that can open and close to snatch invaders, or maybe just operate tools for maintenance work. This whole thing is on a ball joint, so you can rotate it about all the way around, and in fact all the way to the top as well. The articulation is smooth. Okay, there's a lot of play value here. The cockpit cover is now tinted blue instead of yellow as it was on the original, and inside there's a tiny seat. If you have any of the micro Diaclone figures from the early Japanese Takara days, those should fit right in here. The main deck can rotate around 360 degrees to blast at enemy attackers from all angles. And you can also move it forward and backwards, almost in a lunging and more threatening motion. Okay, look at this. Now, there are missiles here, but these do not fire. So I'm wondering here, why don't they fire? And that's because I'm flashing back to the Takara original, which had the launchers at the sides. Okay, all of the Japanese Transformers could fire the missiles, it seems. But apparently Hasbro doesn't want spring-loaded firing missiles anymore, and that sucks, okay, because these sure are fun, all right? Okay, so with the reissue, you just have to pretend that the missiles are blasting the enemy, okay? Position them for attack, and then manually have them fire out. The trailer also includes Prime's trusted companion, Roller, who has a very basic design that looks like a giant robot's feet with wheels all around. The wheels are plastic and he does indeed roll, but it would have been better if they had given him rubber tires like Prime has. Now there is a gas pump and a nozzle that's included with the set for you to attach the roller for him to assist Optimus with refueling and stuff like that. But if you don't want that look, you can also attach Prime's blaster for a more macho and aggressive look. Just like that, okay? Nobody's going to be screwing around with this little guy. Now the main gimmick with Roller is that he can be launched straight out of Optimus's trailer. And the way to do that is to press on this button that's located at the back here. And once you do that, Roller is going to just shoot straight out, okay? And if there's anybody or anything in his way, Roller is just going to be rolling right over him, all right? I have to admit, okay, this launching gimmick is pretty addictive. Now, the lack of details within the trailer is still a massive disappointment. But when you have it in certain modes, like this repair bay mode for Optimus Prime, it actually looks pretty good. And I have to admit, all those years ago when I first started handling this G1 Optimus Prime toy, I never actually knew that the trailer had this repair bay mode, okay? Until I started seeing pictures of it years later on social media, and I was like, what? You mean the trailer could actually do that? Okay. And even with all the complaints that I have with this particular trailer reissue, I have to admit, the fact that you can do this is still freaking awesome. Another thing I wanted to show you guys here is the undercarriage for the trailer. They have repainted this entire section with the bright blue animation style colors as well. And that really makes this whole section stand out. Okay, you think they might have forgotten about the underneath of the trailer, but they didn't. The combat deck can also be extended out of the trailer, even with the trailer closed up. All right, check this out. And this gives Prime even more added firepower in vehicle mode. Here's a look at both the 1984 robot mode with the new 2024 animation recolor. Of course, the G1 diecast chrome of the original is a standout, and nothing can top that. But this new version isn't even trying to compete. And as I've mentioned previously in the video, as far as the recolor for the robot mode goes, I'm happy and satisfied with the execution of it. No problems there at all for me. But here's a look at both the 1984 original and the new reissue in vehicle mode. And I think that the new version works best when it's just displayed in vehicle mode, alright? It's only when you open it up that it becomes something of a mixed bag. But let me know what you guys thought of it. Hit me up in the comments and share your thoughts. And I'll catch you guys again soon with more content right here. Thank you and take care out there.